Marjorie Taylor Greene is insane.
100% unapologetically opposed to Sharia law in America.
I got to speak with Marjorie Taylor Greene tonight, and I asked her one of the things I was worried about, which is all this Sharia law Muslim concern I see on X.
Oh no, my constituents talk about the same problems that plague you and everyone on this call. I've never been to a town hall. I've never been asked about Sharia law.
But that's just one more thing that this is why, and then she gets mad at Trump because Trump called her a traitor, but she's saying that Trump is a traitor. She's saying that Trump is guilty of treason. If you're an American president and you put the priorities and interests of another country before America, that's treason. You're accusing him of committing treason. Like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notifications anytime I go live or make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Let's get to Marjorie Taylor Greene apologizing on CNN for who she was, I guess. Roll the clip.
You posted on X that President Trump is, with his comments, fueling a, quote, hotbed of threats against you. Obviously, any threats to your safety are completely unacceptable. But we have seen these kinds of attacks or criticism from the president at other people. It's not new. And with respect, I haven't heard you speak out about it until it was directed at you.
Dana, I think that's fair criticism, and I would like to say humbly, I'm sorry for taking part in the toxic politics. It's very bad for our country, and it's been something I've thought about a lot, especially since Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Is that I'm only responsible for myself and my own words and actions, and I am committed, and I've been working on this a lot lately, to put down the knives in politics. I really just want to see people be kind to one another, and we need to figure out a new path forward that is focused on the American people, because as Americans, no matter what side of the aisle we're on, we have far more in common than we have differences. Yeah. And we need to be able to respect each other with our disagreements.
So just to put a button on this, you regret the things that you have said and posted in the past, the Facebook post that was taken down of you in 2020 holding a gun alongside the squad, encouraging people to go on the offense against the socialists, liking a tweet of somebody calling for the execution of Nancy Pelosi and former President Obama. Just examples.
Well, Dana, as you know, and many people know, I addressed that back in 2021. And of course, I never want to cause any harm or anything bad for anyone. So that was addressed back then, and okay. I very much stand by my words I said then, and I stand by my words today. I think America needs to come together and end all the toxic, dangerous rhetoric and divide. And I'm leading the way with my own example, and I hope that President Trump can do the same.
These people are so fake, man. It's crazy. I would have never liked the post of that Marjorie Taylor Greene said or did that was like that. Threatening somebody's life, saying we need to. She was so radical. I didn't like her being as radical as she was, even then. But then all of a sudden you change your tune. No, it's political. You're losing politically. And now you want to say, we need to come together. Come together with who? These people hate us. They hate Donald Trump. They hated her. And they're going to still hate you. But then these people that are fake, that never was real people in the beginning, they flip-flop. I got a whole highlight tape of her. They flip-flop, y'all. They're not serious. This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com, ladies and gentlemen, Black Friday is here. 30% off, up to 60% off on the entire store. And that means every single product. This section here is for 60% off. These are some of the fan favorites. Get them today, or you can get 30% off even our new releases. All of the Mondani stuff, all of our Trump stuff, even down to Charlie Kirk's things. Although all of the profits will go directly to Erica Kirk, but you still get 30% off on everything store-wide. So go on today, get your discounts, shop, support a patriotic company like Tatum Store. All right, let's go to the clip with Tucker.
The whole propaganda machine that has been spoon-fed to Christians, whether it's in the pews at church or Bible study, or coming through the television or through their politicians' mouths, that we have to do everything for Israel. That's the only way we're going to go to heaven. America will be cursed if we don't. That whole lie is breaking apart. And thank God it is, because I, as a Christian, you as a Christian, we know there's only one way, and it's through Jesus Christ. He is our Savior. He died on a cross for us. He rose from the dead in 3 days. He is the one and only living Son of God, and he is seated at the right hand of the Father. And he's going to come again one day to judge the living and the dead. And that is the way you go to heaven. And that is the truth. And that is the light. And that is the only way that we should think and believe. And it doesn't come to bowing down to Israel, the government of Israel, or the military of Israel, or any politician. And the shaming.
I can't listen anymore. But this is just an example. I just wanted to play this example. You see how radical she is? I don't know nobody that said we need to bow down to the government of Israel. Like, what the are we talking about? Nobody's running Donald Trump. Nobody. But this is the stuff that she's spewing. And they talking about, as Christians, what Bible verse did you use when you brought up Israel? You're saying Jesus Christ is the only way. Duh. Jesus Christ was a Jew. Do you not remember that? Jesus Christ is the only way. There's only one Son of God. Yeah, all true. But that Son of God was a Jew. And he practiced Judaism. And he kept the Sabbath. And he followed the Torah. What are you saying? These people are so caught up in hating Jews and Israel that they can't even see that our Lord and Savior was a Jew. That was a Zionist. If Jesus was alive today, he'd be a Zionist. Why? Because he followed the Torah. And the promises of God to Abraham is forever. And so that's the word. These are the words that Jesus was reading. Jesus wasn't reading the New Testament. He wasn't reading Paul. This is what Paul said. What are y'all talking about? But that's just one more thing that this is why. And then she gets mad at Trump because Trump called her a traitor. But she's saying that Trump is a traitor. She's saying that Trump is guilty of treason. If you're an American president and you put the priorities and interests of another country before America, that's treason. You're accusing him of committing treason. All right, I got more. Come on. Let's go to 103.
As a conservative and as a business owner in the construction industry and as a realist, I can say we have to do something about labor, and that needs to be a smarter plan than just rounding up every single person and deporting them just like that. Right. So, and I'm going to get pushback on that, but I'm just living in reality from here on out. Yeah. And if
here on out,
if anybody's mad at me for saying the truth, then I'm sorry.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, ladies and gentlemen, our next president. Sorry, JD Vance.
This guy's a nut. All right,
well, I mean, there's people
Who
saying
is this guy? Tim Dillon. Tim Dillon. I don't know all of his work, but this is stupid. Marjorie Taylor Greene, next president. He had to be joking. I wouldn't even joke with Marjorie Taylor Greene like that because she can't even be the governor of Georgia. She'll never be the president. But you see what she's saying right there. Well, I'm just going to be, from now on, I'm going to do right. So you were tricking everybody and playing the game, and now you're going to tell the truth? Well, you would think that somebody say, I'm America first, I'm America only. They lying to you. They don't believe that sugar, honey, iced tea. Because why you say, we can just round up everybody and deport them? You should be saying, if you're America first, round them all up and let the Americans have those jobs. Let American citizens have the jobs. But she's worried about her own best interest in her company. I'm in the construction industry. If you weren't in the construction industry, would you care? No. Now all of a sudden she's trying to rebrand herself because she was so polarizing in the beginning, and now she's want to rebrand so she can be a little moderate so she can win races in the state of Georgia. It's all a farce, man. Let's bring the next clip of this. I want to call her a B. I'm not. This is her flip-flopping. Roll the clip.
There is an Islamic invasion into our government offices right now.
Ilhan Omar doesn't deserve committees. She absolutely does not deserve committees.
A woman out of Minnesota
Now she's going into Congress and she's got to wear a head covering.
So that she can represent radical Islam in the United States Congress. And that we need to hold accountable. That right there, we've had enough of it. President Joe Biden is being pushed around by the jihad squad. So members of Congress are supporting.
I stand with Israel. She got the Star of David on this thing. She's speaking behind this podium. Do y'all not find this to be interesting? You can never say, don't you ever say that Marjorie Taylor Greene is consistent and Brandon, you the one changed. She the one standing in front of the Star of David. Back then when it was popular to be like that. Why y'all can't see these people flip-flop with the wind? When it's popular to support Israel, that's what they do. When it's unpopular, they swing on this one. And then when it's unpopular to be on the side of Donald Trump because people are mad at Epstein and Israel, now they act like they don't like him no more. And when it's popular, they swinging like this. It's like the woman, the promiscuous woman that they say be swinging from you know what to you know what. When this guy's popular, now he just started running back. Now she over there want to date him. Then when this guy is popular, now that guy hurt his leg and now she want to be on his. That's what these politicians do, y'all. You would think with all the stuff Marjorie Taylor Greene has said about Israel, you've been in Congress. You know how much they give in APAC. APAC is influencing. At least you should have. And all of a sudden you were cooled in and you're not. All right, roll the clip.
Terrorists, Hamas terrorists that are bombing Israel.
You know, they want to put their hand on the Quran and be sworn in. No.
You know, we're going to explain about how you can't swear in on the Quran. And we're going to have the Bible and ask them if they would swear in on the Bible.
And yes, it is an invasion. That's what happened. Obama opened up our borders to an invasion by Muslims. They did the same stupid thing in Europe.
In Europe, there are no-go zones with high crime statistics. As a matter of fact, rape is a modern occurrence that happens all the time in these no-go zones. They're claiming it's Islamophobic because Muslim men rape them, and that becomes part of the conversation.
I'm an American woman, and I have all the freedoms in the world to never have to bow to a religion that would force me to cover my body up and only see my eyes and my fingertips. And that is a major threat for all American women. And I think that's something that hits hard for all women.
Anyone that is a Muslim that believes in Sharia law does not belong in our government.
Well, the bottom line is Sharia law is not compatible with America.
Yep.
That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line. Sharia law is the most brutal. It is a horrible, horrible law. They brutalize women. They throw gay people off of buildings. It is not a place for justice. No. This is a place where the men over there, they can have sex with anybody they want. They have sex with little boys, little girls, multiple women. They marry as many women as they want. They marry their sisters, their cousins.
A Muslim takeover or possibly Sharia law. That is a great threat to every single American woman. And I'll maintain my right to say that I think Sharia law and women being forced to wear burqas is the greatest threat to our freedoms as American women. I am 100% opposed.
All right. Hey, we're going to continue, but I just want you to are you listening? Listen what she said in 2017-ish and how she, in 2025 and how she began to change. Because it used to be Islam was the biggest threat. And I haven't watched this full clip, but I think that's what they're going to get to. It used to be Islam was the biggest threat. Burqas and all this, which to me is an honest take. They killing people out of 9/11, you name it. But then it changed. Roll it.
To Sharia law in America. 100% unapologetically opposed to Sharia law in America.
I got to speak with Marjorie Taylor Greene tonight, and I asked her one of the things I was worried about, which is all this Sharia law Muslim concern I see on X.
Oh no, my constituents talk about the same problems that plague you and everyone on this call. I've never been to a town hall. I've never been asked about Sharia law at a town hall. I just haven't. I will tell you, I do think there's a paid social media influencer campaign going on X.
If you want Islam and Sharia law, you stay over there in the Middle East. You stay there and go to Mecca and do all your thing. And you know what? You can have a whole bunch of wives or goats or sheep or whatever you want. You stay over there. But in America, see, we made it this great, great country. We don't want it messed up.
But I think it's a lot mostly on X, and I think it is paid, and it's probably coming from Israel or APAC donors.
Y'all see what I'm saying? Some of y'all get it that don't hate me. You get it. Like, why would you say for so many years that the jihadist stuff is a problem, which most people would agree, and then all of a sudden you're saying that the stuff that we're hearing now, and this is years later, it's gotten worse. And the stuff, look at what they've done in some of our American cities. What are you talking about? It's gotten worse, bro. And now you're saying it's propaganda online. You've never had a constituency talk about. Then why were you talking about it so much? Your constituency wasn't. Oh, but it's probably coming from Israel. Now, I'm telling you guys, please listen to me, people. I don't know if God has given me some wisdom or I'm just thinking I got wisdom. I don't know. But I feel like, why is everybody not seeing this? Tucker says the same thing now. We played a video of him not too long ago, and even my wife got mad. She's like, but that's from a long time ago. But I'm like, the problem is that he was accusing people of anti-Semitism. And now he's saying Sharia law isn't even really a big deal. He used to say Muslims were the greatest threat, just like Marjorie Taylor Greene was saying. And now Israel is the biggest threat in America. All right, let's keep going. We got some more stuff about what Donald Trump had to say about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Wrote a clip.
Her life could be in danger because of the rhetoric.
Her life is in danger? Who's that?
Marjorie Taylor Greene, she says.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't think her life is in danger. Frankly, I don't think anybody cares about her.
He ruthless, bro. He is ruthless. You get on the wrong side of Trump, man. Nobody care about you no more. Wrote a clip.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is a big ally of yours, said that she would rather see you focused on nonstop domestic policy meetings here at the White House instead of nonstop foreign policy meetings. What's your response to her saying that, and also saying that grocery prices are up and not down, as you've said?
Yeah, so I don't know what happened to Marjorie. She's a nice woman, but I don't know what happened. She's lost her way, I think. But I have to view the presidency as a worldwide situation, not locally. I mean, we could have a world that's on fire where wars come to our shores very easily if you had a bad president. But with all of that, I passed a great, big, beautiful bill, which is the biggest tax cuts in the history of our country. So when somebody like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's now catering to the other side, I don't know what, I guess she's, got some kind of an act going, but I'm surprised at her. But when somebody like Marjorie goes over and starts making statements like that, it shows she doesn't know. But so when somebody makes a statement about he's devoting time to the world, well, the world is the United States, because if the world's in trouble or if the world is ripping us off, the world was ripping us off before I came here. Europe was getting massive tariffs. They were sending us 9-10 million cars a year. We were sending them none. They were not taking our agriculture. We were taking massive amounts of their. It was so unfair. Now we have a deal where $950 billion is coming into the United States because of me and because of tariffs.
Now, just another little segue, and then we're going to get to the crux of it. But we're going to get to the end of this because I don't want to belabor the point. But this is why Marjorie Taylor Greene is a hack. Donald Trump has done a lot of great things. He haven't, I was just on Piers Morgan with Shank and them or whatever, Jank or whatever his name is. I call him Shank. But these people are saying that Donald Trump, oh, look what he's doing. He didn't fulfill his promises. Donald Trump had high aspirations, and he's given an attempt to do all the things that he said he was going to do. It's not that simple. It's not that easy, because you say, I'm going to end the war in Ukraine. But then when you get here, they doing something crazy, and then they say they're going to stop, and they don't. He said, I'm going to end the war in Israel. And for the most part, they signed a peace deal. But nobody give him credit for that. Look at the wars we haven't gotten into. And they say, we're going to get in a war with Venezuela. That's not a war. Unless you guys are smoking crack, that's not a war. It's boom, boom, bow, and it's over. They have no capability of doing anything to the United States of America. It's like when you say, I slapped this guy, I won't even ball my fist. That's the equivalent of America and Venezuela. Like, we will slap them and we won't put boots on the ground. Like, we'll get rid of these people. It'll be completely over. Getting us into another war. It's all BS. Let's get to Scott Jennings, and then AOC. I should have teased that a little bit. AOC is going to tell the real reason why Marjorie Taylor Greene is acting like this, to be honest. But we'll get to Scott Jennings, then we'll get to Marjorie Taylor Greene wrote a clip. We'll get to AOC wrote a clip.
With that political engagement, when they sent her that poll, that's when you start to see everything change. She opposed the president on his Middle East policy, attacking the Houthi rebels, attacking Iran. She's opposed the president on deportations this summer. So she has sort of become a policy opponent of the president, but I think it really all started with that political engagement, and now she's one of his most frequent critics on some of what I would argue has been his biggest successes this year. And if you want to count yourself as an ally of the President of the United States, it's not great to go out and run out to The View and other places and crap on him 24 hours a day. I mean, that's essentially what she's become. It's a well-worn path. A lot of other Republicans who've turned on the president have done that too.
All right. Now, unfortunately, I never like anything AOC say, but Donald Trump has said this before. We don't have a clip right now, but Donald Trump has said this in a clip of why Marjorie Taylor Greene is mad. But look at what AOC. See, when you women be snitching on each other. This is why Real Housewives and stuff is so popular. My mom was watching some show. These women just rich and just shaming each other. I don't know why women like watching this stuff. But anyway, pull up AOC. AOC will spill the tea because these women ain't loyal to one another. Roll the clip.
Here's some tea for you. MTG, people are like, oh my God, she's saying all of these things. Like, what's gotten into her lately? Oh, like she's bucking against Trump. She's bucking against the administration. Marjorie Taylor Greene wanted to run for Senate in Georgia. She wanted to run for Senate earlier this year in the state of Georgia. She wanted to be the Republican nominee for Senate. So she was gearing up for that statewide race, and Trump told her no. Trump said no. And the White House and Trump land shut down Marjorie Taylor Greene's personal ambitions to run for Senate. And she has been on a revenge tour ever since.
Now, do y'all believe that? I believe it. I believe it. That's why Donald Trump said I'm withdrawing my endorsement to her. I hope somebody primary her, to be honest. I will come out and campaign if it's a good candidate, right? Because as much as I don't like Marjorie Taylor Greene, you got to be better than her, okay? If you worse than her, even though I don't like her, I would rather her be in there than somebody else. But I'm gonna look at Georgia's field and say, who's primarying Marjorie Taylor Greene? I want to go out and support you. I'll campaign with you. I want Marjorie Taylor Greene out of there. And it's not even the loyalty to Trump. It's just how bizarre she is and how flip-flop she is. And y'all saw all the clips of that.